I think I'll ask Mark to change gears a little bit. And Mark, our audience is looking for the right CDMO to tech transfer to begin with. What should they be looking at in terms of a facility? How should they judge whether they've got the CDMO with the right capabilities, with the right facility?
Well, I think you have to begin by kind of understanding where the manufacturing will go and what the capacity requirements will be for the product. And then you want to make sure that they have the resources available to follow that path to get you to commercialization, ideally. It's very important that you have a process which is similar, that you can move through the development path in a logical sequence. In other words, do their bioreactor sequences scale well? Do they have the human resources and the development engineers that can take those bioreactors and then scale through to as large a capacity as you need to hopefully launch the product, at least initially? In some cases, the bioreactor sequences don't scale well. They really need the resources to do them on very, very small scale, even in micro bioreactors, and then be able to take those bioreactors and scale them up to where they can supply phase 1 and then phase 2 clinical trials. So it's a question of assessing their resources, both in terms of the equipment that's available and the engineers that are necessary to do those scale-ups quickly and efficiently. If you have all of the equipment and the resources available, then you can move quite quickly, even to the point of putting the clinical trials on the critical path, as opposed to having access to the equipment. So it's a question of assessing the resources. Of course, you also have to have the ability to manage those resources effectively. One of the big problems with working CDMOs is they're all very busy. And what you don't want to do is get caught in a hold time for 6 months while their resources become freed up from other projects they're working on. So you have to dovetail your schedule in with their availability and make sure you can move through on a timely fashion.